In today's video, we are going to share everything that you need to know before planning to go to Bali.
And to be honest, the things that we're going to cover in here are super essential. When we went to Bali, we spent 6 months in Bali, so we got to know a lot of different things. But when we first went, we thought that we knew everything we needed to know, but we realized based on looking at video, online article, there were little bits in our knowledge, our information that we actually missed out that actually made things take a lot longer or even waste some money. So in this video, you're going to know exactly everything that we think is essential before you go to Bali so you don't lose money, waste time on your journey.
And have fun. So we hope you're ready.
Hope.
Hello everybody and welcome to our channel. It's Josh
and it is Poli.
And we are here today to share with you 10 points that you need to know before going to Bali. Maybe you're planning a holiday, maybe it's a longer trip. And we remember when we were planning our holidays, we did watch so many YouTube videos to actually know where to go, where to stay, which tickets fly to buy, and so many different things that we were actually struggling with.
You know, at the end of the day, a holiday or traveling is supposed to be fun, right? Like Poli said, it's supposed to be fun, supposed to be enjoyable, but these things just sometimes can take away from it. So what we want is this quick video for you to have literally everything in mind so that you know exactly what to do on your journey, on your travels to Bali, the amazing, beautiful island.
And bear in mind, we're going to break down this video in 2 parts. Today's video is about everything that you need to know before you are going to fly to Bali. And second video, it will be everything that you need to know while you in Bali. So I think these 2 videos, it will be you must watch while you're traveling to this beautiful island. Point number 1, when to go, which is the best month. And we weren't sure as well. So we picked August. August was the middle of holiday in Europe, and actually when we arrived to Bali it was super hot, super dry, super humid, which I personally like hot weather.
Yeah, so actually when we got there, it was super hot, it was amazing weather. Then we actually spoke to some locals to see like when is rainy season, because we heard about rainy season coming up. We didn't really want to spend time in rainy season. We only planned to go for 1 or 2 months in the hotter season. But then a lot of locals were telling us different days. So actually we ended up staying there for 6 months, and what we saw is rainy season pretty much starts around the November time. November to February, you'll find it's rainy season. What do I mean by rainy season? Don't think it's rainy, cold, windy, especially if you're from the UK like me, or in Europe from part like Poli.
Poland, you can say the country.
Europe, Poland, you know. So what actually is the case is it's not actually, I don't think it's too bad. It's raining in the sense where it's raining, but it's not like the UK or Europe or Poland where when it's raining it's super cold. It's literally raining and warm, so it's pretty much always warm.
It's still 30 degrees.
Yeah,
it's still 30
warm.
degrees. And the thing is, during those rainy seasons that we've stayed, it wasn't like it was raining every day. We could wake up with a rain, in 1 hour it was super hot and sunny, then maybe rain pop in during the day. You know, so the weather is up and down. Rainy season is still pretty cool, still pretty hot, so don't feel discouraged if you're planning to go to Bali between November and February.
It depends where you're flying from as well. Like I know for me personally, I was more than happy to be in Bali in that rainy season compared to like UK or that type of winter weather. So it was really nice. I still think even though rainy season is November to February, it's still pretty warm if you're going in that time period.
However, if you want to actually escape that rainy season, we recommend you to pick the months which are not between November and February. The rest of the months, they're really hot, really dry, really sunny. You can have a beautiful time, feel relaxed and happy.
Okay, so point number 2 is
what to pack inside your luggage. The biggest thing is, you know, I don't know how you girls feel like, but me thinking I'm going to Bali, I will take all my summer clothes, all my cosmetics and everything. And bear in mind, you will have a luggage limit. So you need to make a smart decision, because when you will arrive in Bali, you will be tempted to buy so many summer clothes for such a cheap price.
And if you're not tempted, the locals will definitely tempt you. You'll be walking on the streets, they'll be showing you this, showing you this, showing this, some amazing clothes, but you will see how much you will get in the end.
So first of all, don't fill up your luggage fully. Keep like 5, 7, even up to 10 kilograms, because you will make a shopping, you will do shopping, you will buy clothes and any amazing souvenirs. It is so much of beautiful stuff in Bali.
So other than that, essentials wise, well, it's obviously clothes, but then also is the plug adapters. So we've got, actually we use the same plug adapter that we use in Europe. It's the same. You can use type C or type F. Both work in Bali, in I think in Indonesia too, but definitely in Bali.
Yeah, it's just 2 pin. So we have everything UK type. So we just bought the adapter and then fits everywhere.
A big hack for this as well, I don't know if you're new to traveling or whatever, is when you get in one of these, whatever country you're coming from, you take obviously the chargers that you need, aka this, you take this, and also take, I don't know if we got it with us, actually it's over there, take an extension. Because then what you can do, you can use one plug socket, plug the extension in, then you've got all your sockets for your home stuff. I don't know,
I will zoom this. As you can see, we're always going everywhere with our extension, especially that we do work on our laptops a lot, so this is a super handy thing.
It's a big hack, like literally you could have like, I don't know, 4 sockets in the room, but now it instantly turns to like 16, 20 different sockets just from using the extension. So bring an extension and you can use one adapter for your extension.
Also, hats, sunglasses, don't take too many, you can buy everything there. The same with the cosmetics. I thought, okay, I need to take shampoos, conditioners, body lotion, this, that, but actually they've got a shops and everything is there, and I'm sure it is much cheaper that you will buy in your country and carry with you in your luggage. So really try to minimalize what you pack in, and trust me, I didn't believe that and my luggage was full, and then at the end I was chucking away my clothes to
like
fit
crazy,
like
no?
crazy.
Like
and
we
his
couldn't take
clothes.
it, just get rid of it. I was like, just get rid of the yoga mat, get rid of this clothes. I was like, just take it.
Yeah, you literally can buy everything, so don't get too crazy.
And a bonus thing as well is also to do with the rain jacket. We mentioned rainy season. If you are going in rainy season, even if you're not going in rainy seasons, sometimes some days it may rain a bit. And the cool thing about Bali, like we said, when it rains, it's still pretty warm. So you only really need like a thin rain jacket. Maybe we'll put something on the screen so you can see what we're talking about.
I think I've got a few pictures us wearing this and looking pretty sexy.
Pretty damn sexy. You should see. You show the pictures of her.
And actually, don't you worry, you can buy them there and they extremely cheap.
Yeah.
So they will grab you on the street when the rain starts and they will just sell you. So pretty easy.
That's an essential. Don't worry about packing it, but that's something that will be essential. So you don't need to worry about, should I take a big jacket? Should I take this jacket? One of those little jackets will be perfect.
Also regarding the mosquito repellents, don't you worry, you can take with yourself, but also as I mentioned, you can buy everything there. They've got shops, European shops, they've got shops for tourists, so you can find anything. Number 3, ticket research, and this one is actually pretty exciting.
This is a big one. If
someone like to do it.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the type of person into this, but she is definitely the type of person who is into this and is amazing at it. So yeah, you're the expert at this.
Okay, so 2 parts. If you're a person who likes to plan holidays in advance, I think the best time is start to look 5 weeks before, because especially Bali is in Indonesia, so it's pretty far away, at least from wherever we were living. So it's really good to start planning a little bit earlier, because the prices of the tickets will be much smaller. Then small star in here, we actually bought our tickets, I believe 10 days before we're flying, and I will share with you how to do the research to get yourself the cheapest ticket, the best deals. So first of all, what you're going to do, you're going to go to Google. You're not going to go to any small website, how they call, like Last Minute or Skyscanner. Don't go anywhere there. Go to the main search, Google, and you will type flights from Poland to Bali or flights from England to Bali. Whichever country you're flying from, put that country first, and then you will put the country that you're going to, so Bali. What it will happen, you will find the main generic Google search, which actually will break down all the searches from different websites, from different middlemen. And what is going to happen, you will have everything on the one page. So you will be able to go through every single one and choose the dates. You will see breakdown prices. So you basically will see calendar with each day connecting to the price. So you will actually know how much the ticket costs on that day. And then very important, if you will go to each single of that flight, you will be also able to check how long is a flight. What we will recommend, don't get crazy flights because they're cheaper. You will find flights much cheaper, even few $100s or pounds, but instead of flying 18 hours, which is already pretty long, you will fly 35 hours. So you will lose nearly 2 days. Instead of being in a beautiful country and enjoying on an island, swimming in the sea, you will be spending at the airport. So the most important thing is to see how long is the time in between flights. I would recommend to be longer than hour and a half, because sometimes delays are happen. You don't want to miss a second flight just because the first flight was delayed and be stressed and overwhelmed and cry. So I would recommend in between 2 hours to 4 or 5 hours is cool time, because you've got time to leave one flight, the plane, you've got time to have some breakfast or lunch, explore the airport shops, or maybe relax a little bit and then be relaxed and catch another plane.
And one bonus thing that actually I think will be essential as well when you're doing this, I don't know if you had the experience where you've looked for flights, like what Poli's mentioned, you look for flights, then you're like, should I buy this, should I not? You wait a day or you wait 2 days. Then when you come back to the flight has gone up in price, whether it's like £100, £200, £300, 500, even sometimes more. One way that you can do this to not run the risk of looking for a flight and then a few days later it going up in price, because sometimes you think, oh, it's just getting closer to the date, when actually the reason why this happens is because these websites have certain cookies on the website so that they know that when you've been to the website you are interested in going to this country. Now what happens is the next time you go to this website they up the prices. Now this sounds crazy to some who
they remember you, right?
Yeah, exactly. If you don't know, if you haven't heard about this might sound crazy, but this is how it actually works, because they know that if you're looking for a flight then there's a very high chance you're going to buy the ticket, so why not bump the price up? So what we were doing was actually also, whenever we're doing what Poli mentioned, is going to incognito.
This is his favorite thing. Whatever we do, let's go to incognito.
Go to incognito, and then that way now it won't save your cookies, your browsers, and your browser little cookie files. And now when you go to the webpage, if you don't book it that day, you don't need to worry about the prices shooting up dramatically, because the next day you go back, it should be a similar price, but it definitely won't be as high as if you didn't go on incognito. So make sure to go on incognito. That is a big hack in doing this whole process to save yourselves hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars booking your tickets.
Amen. Number 4, which documents you need to have with you on how you need to be prepared while you're flying to Bali. Okay, so first and the most important thing is your passport needs to be valid at least 6 months. So make sure before you will be buying a ticket to check validation of your passport. The second important thing is, and we were flying to Bali, bear in mind, August 2022, so the COVID was still a little bit on the table, right? So everyone flying to Bali needed to be fully vaccinated or
if you're not actually fully vaccinated, which was the case actually for us, there is some things that you can do to still make it to Bali, but probably not able to pull it in this video, wink wink. So if you do have any questions, if you're not fully vaccinated and want to know a bit more details, what we'll do is we'll link something in the description and maybe the pinned comment, definitely the description, a link where you can probably message us, and then we can let you know a bit more personal level of exactly how we managed to get through, because if you're not fully vaccinated, there is a way, but if you are fully vaccinated, then perfect,
and don't you worry,
you can get through.
You don't need to also have now any PCR test when you're fully vaccinated. Vaccination, you just show the app and off you go. Another important thing is a travel insurance. So we were planning to go only for a month at the beginning. So we had a month.
That didn't happen.
monthly travel insurance, and it was a Puffin insurance. I will add link. We're gonna add link in the descriptions as well. It was covering actually so many things regarding the luggage, flight cancellations, whole month being in the Bali, travel on a bike insurance.
It was a good one.
Yeah.
Like sometimes these things you don't think, should I get it, should I not? But actually it's worth it. It's better to just cover yourself. They're relatively cheap, so just we'll put the link. Just check it out. It's definitely worth it.
I think we paid per person £85, and because we added extra insurance on electronics, we've got laptops and different equipment for recording, so we decided to pay more. That's why it was a premium one. But if you want to go with a basic one, which is it's still cool, then they've got everything. So Puffin insurance is the one that we used. If you want to use it, feel free. If not, easy to find something.
Okay, so the next thing that we want to mention in the document format as well is all to do with your visa. So you need a visa to get to Bali. It's very simple compared to some other countries. Literally, you can get what's called a visa on arrival, which lasts for 30 days. So when you fly to Bali, don't need to worry about anything beforehand. As soon as you get to the country, they will give you this form where you can sign. I think it's like $35, right?
Yeah.
$35 for the 30 days, and then you can stay there for the full 30 days. Very easy. You sign it there and then, and you're in. Now, some of you may be asking, what about extending? Can we stay for longer than 30 days?
We stay 6 months, so it is possible.
It's possible. There's many different options though. So for example, the easiest option is if you want to stay longer than 30 days, is you can actually extend for another 30 days while still being in the country. So you don't need to fly out of the country to come back in. You can stay in the country and still extend for 30 more days. That takes around 2 days, I think 2 or 3 days.
I think a little bit more. I think the most secure thing is to do a week before your first visa is ending, just to be secure.
Yeah, no, definitely at least a week. What I meant was 3 days for the whole process. One day to like go there to send your stuff off, another day to like get your biometrics done, scan yourself, fingerprints. Then one day you can collect your passports now, or they can just send it to you. Now there's 2 options.
And just to add to that, don't you worry, is everyone getting the visa is not an option like you're not going to have an extended visa for another 30 days. Everyone have it, so you can freely stay 60 days, easy like that. But we were
enjoying the Bali life. We were enjoying the Bali life a lot. So we extended from 30 days visa on arrival to next visa on arrival. But then we wanted to stay for, I think we want to stay for at least 2 more months. That was our thing, we can stay for 2 more months. So what we actually did, we found an agency who actually takes care of this, and they allow you to stay for longer. So usually you will need to probably leave the country in advance and then to get your visa back. But if you pay a bit extra, you can stay in the country and still stay for a bit longer.
And this is, it's called a business visa.
Yeah, that's the easiest one to get, is probably the business visa. But do you want to say any more details about this?
About business visa. So just to add to that, like Josh mentioned, usually after 60 days what is happening, you need to leave the country at least for 1 day. Like our friends, for example, went for the one night and they bought a ticket for like $15 per person. They went for 1 day. They didn't even take the luggages. They left in a place that they were renting. They went, they came back, and instead of buying another visa on arrival, because you can do this again, you can just repeat this process forever.
This is probably the easiest way. With no agency, no nothing. You just go to the country, 30-day visa on arrival. Stay for another 30 days, extend it, so that's 60 days. Now fly out the country for maybe a day or 2. Then you fly back into the country, and then you can get another visa on arrival for 30 days, and extend for another 30 days. So a lot of people do this, actually fly in and out every 60 days.
The only thing is, Josh was like, no, I'm not really bothered to fly out. I was like, yeah, 1 day, let's have adventure. No, we need to find something to stay and don't live for another 4 months.
Yeah, I was just like, you know what, yes, we could save a bit of money, but at the same time, I just like Bali. I don't want to fly out, fly in. We're going to leave Bali at some point. Let's just enjoy Bali right now. So we found out that there's a way to stay in the country, and we ended up getting a visa that was 4 months long, so that'll stay for a total of 6 months.
So another thing, if you're interested in having more information about what to do, what kind of agency we used, and how we managed to stay in the country without putting our leg outside of the country for 6 months, then you can also drop the message privately and we can explain you a little bit deeper.
Yeah, for sure. We'll put a link in the description. You can click on that. Also, if we don't respond straight away, just put a message in the comment section as well. We'll make sure to take a look at that. So any questions, just let us know in the comments too. Number 5, where should you stay? This is probably one of the biggest questions you've got. Bali is a pretty big island. Where do you want to stay? We're going to cover it. We stayed at, I think, probably like 6 different areas personally. So we know a fair bit about the different areas, the benefits, pros and cons, and we will break that down for you right now.
First area, it's Kuta, and we stayed there around 10 days. It's the closest area from the airport. We decided we're going to explore. It's very touristy, very busy, very nice beaches, and of course it's access to the sea. And Kuta is the place when you can find so many nice souvenir shoppings. It's so many small alleys with clothes, accessories, bracelets, restaurants, everything.
It's very touristy. Like you go there, and for me personally, you could feel obviously I'm in Bali, but it also felt like I was in Europe, I was in America, I was in Australia. Like there's so many tourists. If you're liking the shopping, like the busyness, the hustle and bustle, then Kuta is a nice area for all the souvenirs, all the shopping. And I think it's just a nice area to experience, at least for a few days. Kuta and Denpasar, they're very close together, but that's the rough area next to the airport.
Denpasar is where the airport is. So basically from Denpasar, from the airport to Kuta, was 10 minutes drive, not even.
Very close, short, very close.
Then very close to Kuta is Seminyak. You sometimes don't even feel when the Kuta is finishing and Seminyak starts, because they all by the sea.
Yeah, so all where Seminyak finishes and Canggu starts. Like it literally feels, you can just drive up almost like kind of one type of road or definitely one type of coast. It's all on that coast.
We did stay in Seminyak for the last 10 days before we fly to different country, and Seminyak really cool, much busier I would say than Kuta, but also much more trendier.
Yeah, more vibey, like
Yeah,
vibey, trendy. The shops, you could buy a lot of souvenirs, but there was also like more trendy shops as well. It was a nice vibe. Still fairly busy, but definitely a nice vibe with what you can buy, what you can get. Food was decent. We're actually vegetarian, so we didn't try all like the different meat eating places. But for vegetarian food, it was okay, right? There's definitely some other places that I would say is much better for finding vegetarian food. So yeah, Seminyak was pretty cool. Next area is
Canggu.
this is Poli's favorite, as you can tell from my
you
face.
know why? You know why? It is my favorite because we didn't stay there. And Canggu, I would say, is like Balinese London. It's everything there. Fancy gyms, fancy restaurants.
Food was good.
Food was good. You can find really good selections, vegetarian places. Everything is just so modern, so fashion with this Balinese, touch. So many different shops. However, shoppings as a small alleys, like we mentioned for souvenirs, Seminyak and Kuta is much better. But Canggu is the vibes.
Canggu though, yeah, Canggu is a really nice vibe. I'm just gonna say food. I'm a big foodie. We're both big foodies. The food in Canggu, especially for vegetarian, was really, really, really good. The only, I think, slight downside to Canggu that I would say is just how busy it is. Like, out of all the areas that we went to, at least, it was the busiest. Like, super busy, so much traffic. Like, normally when you're in Bali, if you've got a scooter, so we had a scooter for the whole 6 months. Generally,
which we're going to cover too.
Generally, we will cover that as well. Generally, if you're in a car, it will take probably like, let's say it takes 20 minutes to get somewhere. In scooter, it could take 10 to 12 minutes. Because obviously you can weave through, navigate. In Canggu, the distance is similar, right? Because the bikes sometimes are in standstill, the cars are sometimes in standstill. But I don't want to take anything away from Canggu because it was still good. That is just the fact that there's so many people there, right? Because it's so
that
good.
you will walk faster than ride the bike. No, I'm joking.
That is definitely a joke. But yeah,
the only thing I want you guys to be aware, Canggu, it will be more expensive. It will be more expensive because it's really European vibes. However, we're going to cover all the prices and everything. Bali itself is not comparable to any of your European countries. You will still spend less money. So from majority countries that you coming from, I can guarantee you Bali will be much, much cheaper. And now, the area that we stayed majority of our time, I would say
4 or 5 months.
Yeah, definitely. It is Ubud.
Ubud was the one. So Ubud is more of like a calmer, spiritual vibe. Not really near the sea. It's more inland, so it's more in the forest, right?
Definitely forest, rice fields, nature, monkeys.
Lots of monkeys. Near the monkey forest area, in case some of you are worried, oh, in my villa, is there going to be monkeys? Most likely not.
I would be so happy if the monkeys will be there.
So they've actually got some cool things, such as the monkey forest. They've also got a lot of different food places. The main area in Ubud, obviously, is the Ubud place. Near it, we actually stayed in Petulu, somewhere called Petulu, which is just near Ubud, and actually has some really nice villas that we found. We stayed in 2 villas in Petulu. The cool thing about that is you're not on the busy street of Ubud, but you're very close to it. So in like 5 minutes, you can be in Ubud. So yeah, Ubud was our favorite, I would say.
Ubud is filled of spiritual vibes. You can find crystals there, different spiritual activities, yoga centers, so many nice places. So if you're looking for a transformational time to release, to unleash, to find new you and become the best version of yourself in the spiritual way, definitely you can meet so many like-minded people. So even if you are going by yourself, you won't be alone there.
And that's why we wanted to go Ubud in particular, was because Kuta, Canggu, Seminyak, we heard were very busy. We experienced at the beginning Kuta was very busy, and we kind of went to Bali kind of more just to relax, have some downtime. And so we were like, okay, let's go to a place where it's not so busy. Now Ubud can get busy, but nowhere near as busy as Canggu, Kuta, Seminyak. So it's nicer, calmer vibes. People are more chilled, laid back. It's more kind of peaceful, more Bali vibes, I'd say.
Definitely. You can still do so many cool activities, like go to the zoo or do rafting or see the rice fields, go to the coffee plantation. So many nice places you can visit in Ubud, and I will, with Josh, add in the descriptions different places you can actually visit and activities you can do. Okay, another part of Bali that we have stayed is actually 3 islands. Nusa Penida, Nusa Ceningan, and Nusa Lembongan. We went there for our New Year, so we celebrated 2023 in the island. We didn't go to the biggest one, which is Nusa Penida. However, Nusa Lembongan and Nusa Ceningan, they are connected with the yellow bridge. So you guys will see, I will attach the the footage of that bridge.
So when we first got there, we heard a lot about this yellow bridge. We didn't know what it was, but it's actually a big tourist attraction. When you see the footage, you will see that a lot of people are there, a lot of people cross. It's the interlink between these two islands.
Also, those islands are perfect for snorkeling. They've got beautiful white sand beaches. They're very quiet, very relaxed. You feel like you're in a countryside, a little bit villagey. Everywhere you can smell alks around. You can even have a drink with alks with the seaweed.
Seaweed.
With seaweed, yeah. So you can taste the seaweed in every drink, and the smell is everywhere. But people are very nice, very chill. It's a nice place. I wouldn't say to go and stay, but if you're planning to have a few days trip or even a one-day trip, it's worth to go. You will have a boat from the Bali that it takes you 30 minutes and you're on an island.
It's definitely worth a go. Like I think it's some of the bluest waters that I've seen in Bali. Like the water was amazing. We're actually going to release a vlog where we're going to show our experience in Nusa Ceningan in particular. And so one of the kind of locals actually explained it pretty nicely to us, the fact about these islands. Nusa Ceningan and Nusa Lembongan in particular, is that they're almost like kind of 15, 20 years behind Bali's mainland. Right, just to give you an idea of a bit more quieter, not as built up.
Yeah, and definitely you won't find any shops for tourists. Everything is very local.
Local shops, no big Pepitos, big Dalta stores there. It's just very
like a big supermarket.
Yeah, very, very smaller supermarkets.
And from there, we're going to move very quickly to a beautiful area which is called Uluwatu. We personally did not stay there yet.
A couple of our friends have actually stayed there and they told us a lot of good things about it. Apparently, it looks amazing. I've seen some pictures of Uluwatu. I've heard some really nice things. It's got a lot of nice beaches, white sand beaches, and it's perfect for
surfers.
We are not surfers, but if you are a surfer, it is perfect for you.
Our friends, they are surfers and they stay there for majority of the time, so this is a perfect place if you like those kind of vibes.
And this is more in the south of Bali, just to give some context. Ubud's more almost central. Canggu, Kuta, Seminyak is across the coast. Uluwatu is more down south, and then obviously the Nusa Islands are down south as well, southeast.
So now you exactly know what you can expect from each area, and I believe it will be much easier for you to choose the area. Also, any questions, we are here. You can drop in the comments down below, and we are more than happy to suggest you something or answer any questions that we did not cover in this video. Number 6.
Boom!
How to book the place to stay. And of course, you need to prepare yourself before you go. You need to book something, so then when you arrive, your beautiful place, room, villa is ready for you. So that's what we did. We did book a hotel in Kuta only for 1 week. And why? Before we bought a ticket and booked anything, we heard about Bali that is super cheap, that you can get really cheap accommodations, which we didn't experience.
No. But we saw so many Instagram videos, Instagram things, people talking about this cheap accommodation, look what we get with it. When we were there, I guess because of the period that we went in, maybe because of that, and also different factors as well affecting.
I think the main factor was there were so many people from Russia moving permanently to Bali. You know, the situation in Russia with the war and everything is pretty fiery, so people actually just they want to have a peace of mind. So there's so many families moving to Bali to start a new life, to just have a quiet life with their family. That's why I believe prices grew so much. It also depends on how much you want to spend. Like if you're staying for 6 months like we did, obviously you don't want to spend a fortune on every single day. If you are going for maybe a week or 2 and you want to have like a nice decent holidays, then actually you can watch our vlog that we did a tour in a nice, good quality, pretty pricey luxury villas. So then you can treat yourself, right? But it depends for how long you want to go.
Yeah, and this is not to say that it wasn't cheaper than like Europe and certain different other countries that you may be coming from. It actually was cheaper still, but we're just saying that we were surprised that it wasn't as cheap as it looked online, right? But it still was, the price was very good, what you get, especially the last villa that we stayed at. Well, one of the last villas that we stayed at, what we got and the price was very good. So yeah, I think just definitely what our game plan was. The reason why we only booked 1 week in Kuta was more to book that week, so we got somewhere in the bag. We know that we're going somewhere. We got that time to basically acclimatize to the area. So we get to Bali right now. We don't know too much about Bali. Let's acclimatize. Let's go see what's around, and then from there, what we actually recommend is. So you can obviously either book on Airbnb or Booking.com. These two are generally the main websites that if you're booking on Bali, in Bali. But then the third thing is also private. So you can also privately speak to different villa owners. So when you're there, you can see different people. You might be thinking, but I don't know any villa owners. How am I going to find these contacts? It's
Trust
very
me,
easy.
they will find you.
It's very easy, especially if you just get a taxi driver. They know contacts, they know people. You just ask them, do you know any people who have villas around here? Then they'll even go out their way, some of them, and try and find some villas for you. Like, the people there are very nice, as I'm sure you're aware and you probably heard. So our game plan was go to Kuta, spend 7-10 days there, then find somewhere, hear about the different places, and then potentially book something private, which private booking is obviously always going to be cheaper. The only benefit is Airbnb and Booking.com, you get to book in advance at the end of the day.
Yeah, what only thing is with the Booking and Airbnb, you need to be aware that the pictures, they not always show you the reality.
This is a big thing.
Yeah, they take in the pictures that you think is a big size, looking amazing, spacious. That's why for us, the main important thing was always checking the size. We roughly knew what kind of size we are interested in and what kind of size is like the minimum, and we only want bigger. And that was our main factor for searching, right? Yeah,
because the lenses that they use, like you will look at a Booking.com picture or Airbnb, not all of them, but some of them, you look at the picture and you think, oh my gosh, so much space, I can do this, can do this. Then when you get there, we had it like 3 different times. We looked at the pictures. The first time it happened, actually, we already booked it, right? At one of the places, we booked it. We got there, we were like, this is not what we saw on the pictures.
We didn't say that we left.
Yeah, we left, I think, the same day. Yeah, the same day we left.
We left after 20 minutes.
Yeah, because we were like, this is not what we saw on the pictures. So what we did from there is, ever we was going to book something, we would always aim to either go ourselves or ask one of the drivers that we knew to just go, check, take a video. Because at the end of the day, it's not worth it. You know, sometimes these people know how to edit the pictures or take good pictures. So that's a big thing. Definitely, if you can, check out the property beforehand if you are in Bali already. If you're not, obviously you can't worry about that right now, but that's why we say recommend booking something more short-term initially and then getting the rest after.
So just give you a view a little bit. If you want to have a good quality villa, because for us kitchen was really important, you would pay roughly around £50 for good quality, nice standard. And we were going to attach where we stay for Christmas, so this was around £50 and was really good quality.
£50, $60, around $60 per night.
And then our taxi driver found villas for us, and we were paying for a whole villa with a kitchen, with a swimming pool, with a view on the Ricefields, about £21, which is about $23. So you can see a huge difference, and the standard was really good.
Very nice, very nice. So point number 7 is all to do with money. So what is the conversion rate? What is the amount of money that you're getting? Generally 1 million. So the currency that you'll get, like literally very quickly, you will be a millionaire when you go to Bali.
And the currency is Indonesian rupee.
Indonesian rupees. So around 1 million Indonesian rupees is around about £50 at the time of this video. Obviously, you can double check on Google to get the exchange rate, or it's around about 65 US dollars. So you can see 1 million, around £50, 65 US dollars. And we actually recommend bringing some cash with you, but don't need to take everything. There are certain ATM machines that you can use in Bali where they don't charge you anything. You can just pull out cash very easily.
But it's also so many exchange money shops. So if you've got any cash, then you can just exchange it, or you can exchange in the country that you're coming from. We didn't exchange anything, we didn't take any cash, and we were just pulling money from the cash point, and we're completely fine with that.
Yeah, it's all good, all good.
Yeah, we're going to cover a little bit more about money and how much different things cost in the second part of the video. So guys, you better stay tuned. Okay, now we're moving to our 2 last points on our list. Number 8, which is pretty important, it's Indonesian SIM card. So this is a thing we did at the very beginning when we landed at the airport. There were already people that were standing with a SIM card and selling to us.
You will see them very quickly. And our thing was, because we work on laptops a lot, we wanted internet. Like we've read some reviews on certain different properties that the internet was unstable. Some people said it was really good, so we didn't want to chance it at the place we were staying. So very quickly, and I recommend this actually, we recommend this, is when you're at the airport, just get your SIM card there. That way, you've got internet from the moment you leave the airport, whether you're ordering taxis. We're going to cover about that in our last point actually. So you can order taxis, you can speak to people, do whatever you need, you've got internet. Then from there are different shops, different stores around where you can also top up or even get another SIM card if you want. So generally the SIM cards last 3 months in case you are thinking about staying longer. If you are staying longer than 3 months, then you will need to definitely get another SIM card because the SIM card period is 3 months. And to top up, so we were paying, it varied depending on what store we went to. Some stores were charging us around 200,000 for maybe around
50 gig? 60
no,
gig?
initially it was like 10-15 gig. We thought that was a good deal, 200,000 IDR for 10 to 15 gig. Then we found this other place where
we were paying 125
IDR
50 gigs or 60
for
gigs.
51 gig. So that's to put some context that you can get data very, very cheap.
And also the phone operator we use is a telecom cell. That's how does it look like. So if get your familiar, take a mental picture and you will find them at the airport. So super easy, you will have internet everywhere. However, also whichever restaurant you will go, there is an internet Wi-Fi. Your villa probably will have a Wi-Fi. We were traveling, we're on the scooters, so outside of any place that you can get a Wi-Fi, it's good to have your internet if you want to find the direction to go to places. It's cheap, it's easy, and comfortable.
For sure.
So actually, we still got 2 points to cover. And now what is really important and really handy is 2 apps that we will recommend you to download before you go to Bali. It will help you and save your life.
Pretty much a lot of Asian countries use these 2 apps. It's basically like Uber, right? You can order taxis, you can order food, you can even order scooters that are basically taxis to pick you up. So the 2 apps are called
Grab
and
Gojek. So I've got Grab, Josh got Gojek. They equally similar, but you can find different restaurants. You can order yourself car, scooter. It's so easy. They coming, drivers coming within like minutes.
Man, these drivers are coming quick. Like we press order Gojek or order Grab. Before I've even put my shoes on, the guy's outside messaging me, thank you here. I'm like, okay, bro, I'm coming. So they're very quick, very
really
quick.
handy. You will know straight away how much you will pay. So it's not any surprises, because sometimes if you grab a driver on the street, they see you're a tourist, you know what I mean? So they can charge you anything and you're kind of not really aware if this is a lot or not. With the Gojek or Grab, you know everything. You know where is the pickup, where you will go, how much you will pay. You can pay by cash. And the drivers usually speak English that you need to talk to them.
A big thing, yeah, definitely. That's a very nice thing. A lot of people in Bali speak English. Most people that you'll find, especially in the touristy areas, will speak English. But a big thing about your Grab and Gojek app is that pretty much the only cash that they accept is cash. No credit card. You can't pay by. It's not like Uber. You can put your card on there and it accepts. Majority is just paying by cash. So make sure you have some cash when you order. I think the first time we ordered, we didn't know this, so we ended up having to stop at ATM. So if you do get caught out, just tell the driver to go to an ATM. But bring some cash for your Grab or Gojek. So point number 10, we made it, guys. The most important thing out of all the points is to
have fun.
Have fun, enjoy yourself. Bali is an amazing place. So much beautiful energy, so much beautiful culture. So
People,
enjoy it.
Animals, food, sun, water, everything is just so beautiful. So it doesn't matter for how long you're going there, you will feel a change within yourself. Just go with the flow, explore, talk to people, get some time, eat good food, and go back home happy, fulfilled and charged.
For sure. If you're into different energy or different spiritual things, if you go to Ubud, you will notice a big shift. So definitely go to Ubud and just take it all in. So many things will happen. I think we were meant to go for 1 month. We stayed for 6 months. So that shows you already something about it. If you've never been to Bali before, it's an amazing place. And also, let us know in the comments if you are planning to go to Bali, where you plan on going. If there's any questions, let us know. Also, if you have already been to Bali and you want to come back to this video, let us know how you found Bali. It's always good to get to know you guys on a more personal level and hear your experiences.
And just before you will go, guys, this video is the first part. So if you survived until now, we're going to create the second part. And second part, it will be everything about Bali. So where to go, how much...
You're there.
When you're there, exactly. How much you should pay for a scooter, how much is it food, which restaurants to go, like so many different things we're going to cover. So then you will know how to move around and how to be, not only a tourist, but be a little bit more local and be aware of everything. For sure. That is going to be an essential one, so make sure to check it out. Other than that, leave it any comments of any video requests. We are actually right now traveling around Asia. Right now we're in Vietnam. So if you've got any questions about different Asian countries or you want to know about different places, maybe you can let us know in the comments and we may even fly there and do a little review for you guys in particular. So we look forward to hearing from you. We have had a pleasure doing all of this, and if you enjoyed the video,
make sure to hit the subscribe button and the like button
and notification bell icon
so that you don't miss any of our future videos. And
we love you.
Peace. Thank you.
Ciao.
See you soon.